But thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, as always,
double-digit times, actually.
Yeah, I really want you to go.
It actually makes me want to go less.
I appreciate your company. What can I say?
Mid one playing the Nature's Prophet today. What's that?
You should be flattered.
I am. I'm always flattered by you.
Oh, really? I don't believe that for a second. So, the Mouz line of this game, very quick. Nature's Prophet mid. We've seen mid one have some explosive early games sometimes on this. There was a very recent, like 7-minute rampage, which is quite rare.
Yeah.
That he found on that, and he has really good side lanes to gank for. The cores in DK and Primal both are happy to see rotations come over, and of course, should mention Crystallis is back, playing on carry here. So I think Mouz say thank you very much to Ghost for the help, but hopefully for Crystallis, he is nicely recovered and ready to play his A game. I know for myself, if I'm away from Dota for a couple of days, I feel like I can be very rusty in game number 1.
Yeah.
It can go very fast sometimes. It's like you're surprised that, oh, I didn't play for 2 days, and then you lose your mojo a little bit. Hopefully for Crystallis, he's had a chance to warm up
or
a little.
You could be refreshed, you know? Sometimes
That's true.
You need that mental break. And hey, coming to a tournament where you're immediately in the playoffs, that's kind of a nice treat.
Yeah, maybe he's worried that he has to... It's like 2 things. First of all, Ghost was doing a good job. So he's like, oh, Ghost did well. I better look good. And, oh, I can't play first pick Lone Druid. So...
Yeah, that's true. Not a lot of people can, though, to be fair.
Even better.
Yeah, we'll be playing the DK, as Gunnar was talking about. The Corrosive Dragon is the facet for him this time around. Mid one on the Nature's Prophet. Hasn't gotten the money bags tech quite yet, so still stuck on this old facet, unfortunately for all of us.
Very unfortunate.
That would have been great content for the entirety of the game on how many bags were missed.
And you could argue that the Sprout heal is the absolute worst in mid out of the 3 lanes for Prophet to have. Because like you're kind of rarely in range of it to get any benefits.
Yeah.
You're not connecting it with the surrounding trees for a lane partner or anything. So that is yeah, he still thinks it's just better. I mean, whenever you do ganks and show up for fights, it's like a little thing that might not seem that big, but sometimes it makes the difference between a kill or survival for an ally. 9 class. We talked a lot about Mouz now. Obviously, Parivision, a completely different lineup, which I think is the most intriguing thing about this game, is Parivision are playing a totally different style to Mouz. Their lineup is arguably a bit slower. We don't really see Centaurs rush Blink that much, so in terms of setup, you're largely relying on a 4 Slardar, I'm assuming, to get a Blink here, which takes a while. It is one of the better lane matchups you can play into, like Jenkins was talking about, is the Warlord. Excuse me, well, whether it was Jenkins or Gunnar, they were right for once. Pulling against Warlock is very easy. So, should be able to get at least a decent amount of XP and gold down bottom for DM. You can see he's already level 3, as 9 class has been doing his shenanigans.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, 9 class is one of my favorite players for sure. Always playing these weird position 4s that sometimes they don't work. Well, when they do, everybody copies him, Cinderin. I guess the one exception is the Slark, which I was not happy with that entering the scene.
Well, they try to copy his Slark, but they can't do it.
True, but I'm just saying, in general, I was unhappy that that was even successful to begin with on any level. Just hard to watch. You know?
I think the main reason I was unhappy with it was that it inspired some people to play carry Slark, and that doesn't work. And when I say people, I don't mean in Pro Dota, because in Pro Dota they're clever enough to never pick that hero as a carry. But in some of my pub games, I feel like if I have Slark carry, I'm already...
It's a loss.
The game is already a 30% win rate from that one position.
Once they nerfed the Shard for the support Slark, well, for any Slark really, he just fell off the face of the earth. DM. Fatal Bond's applied right now, so we'll take a bit of damage. No kills as of yet in this game. Would you be expecting Mouz to be able to get that first blood, considering their lineup is a lot more aggressive?
Lineups with mid-profit tend to get first blood more often than not, so I think so. But realistically, you're finding the kill top, if anything. I don't think bottom is likely to be anything you connect on in a meaningful way. It's one of the downsides of Warlock. Just kill power is not a big thing. What Warlock is good at is sustaining the lane and then having big team fight later. So it is important when you pick this hero that you cover that weakness. I think sometimes people draft in a fashion where you don't appreciate enough how much it matters to set Warlock up for success when you're playing him as a support, because a lot of the times teams are just focusing on, yeah, the support, if you enable your carry, you have a good lane, you're happy already. But for example, if this were to turn into a super skirmishy game, and that's all that happens and you never find teamfights, Warlock can kind of lose his way a little bit in the game. But fortunately, they have drafted in a fashion that will set up the teamfights. You've got DK to knock on the towers, and Primal Beast will be more than happy to look for a bigger scale fights. Now, on the side of Parivision, we're talking about this on the panel, the Faceless Void AA lane being very weak, which I, of course, agree with. Said Boom was going to have a good time farming, and that is correct. But so is Satanic. They're both just farming, and there is indeed that first blood in the expected lane of the top lane. They find him Yamage plus.
Imagine all the money bags that he could have had.
Yeah, that would have been like 10 gold.
You make it sound like it's bad. There's no way that it's worse than this facet. No way.
I think it depends. In the beginning, it's kind of whatever. It gets better.
Yeah, if you make it to 20 minutes on Profit, which is a pretty safe bet, then it starts actually mattering. It's okay, Cinder. It's just gonna be one of those things where you're debating whether I'm right or not, and we're gonna see in the next month that it's gonna be the only facet taken.
I'm just happy to talk about something else.
Oh, that's true. I just had to bring up Moneybags one more time. Yep. Contractual obligations from Gaben, of course. It is what it is. What can you do?
No one cracking level 6.
Yeah, no one is doing a little bit better on the levels right now.
This could be an interesting situation.
Oh, it's a damage rune. He actually picks up the rune after the Sonic Wave. Yamish does die anyway, though. It's probably the only difference it would have made. No one looking to re-aggress. Ice Feet does proc, and that's going to be another kill, this time to no one. So a 2-for-1 special. Parivision losing their support Slaughter, and the other 2 supports on the Mouse side follows suit.
Yeah, really good news for no one that that rune spawned bottom. Otherwise he wouldn't have got it, and on top of that, it also helped him get the secondary kill. So, looking quite good for him still. If you have a look at the overall net worths, Mouz are looking healthy in all 3 lanes. And as mentioned, Primal Beast is really the hero to look at. His win rate this patch, or this tournament rather, is insane. If I didn't misread it, I think the hero is 10-1. When we saw it in the pregame, of which I believe it was it 7-1?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 10-1. It was just about the rolls. It's 7-1 in off lane and 3-0 in mid, I think it was. Easily the most successful hero of the tournament, without question. So
I'm going to make a prediction
give him a good start.
That this will be a loss for him.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, first of all, I feel like Parivision, they always get to late game. That's just my feeling. Chronosphere into AA Blast into Sonic Wave, that sounds real dirty. As the rebound does cancel the TP, Stampede comes out from DM, but it's a little too late mid-1 with a nice pickoff. But like you talked about, Mouse, their big advantage is the early aggression. So how much can they get out of it? The call is brought to half HP. First item will be Blink for Boom.
Yeah, I like it a lot here. You need to be able to threaten the Faceless Void and the Quap, so you have to have some sort of catch. And Dragon Knight realistically will probably want to go for the standard carry items first, so will be the Armlet, Mask of Madness.
Onslaught into the Primal ult, doing a lot of damage to no one. Sonic Wave comes out, not able to get the kill. He does die first, as Boom will be able to trample to safety. So just like that, the casters curse Cinder, and 3 for nothing, as Mouse now in a pretty damn good spot.
No need to worry, though. They always get to late game, Shannon, so it'll be okay.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes.
For sure, though, this is looking very, very healthy for the side of Mouz. I'm trying to see, Yamage is only level 3 in spite of getting the Wisdom Shrine, but of course that is the trade-off that you get when you're giving Boom all the space in the world. Seeing the replay here, very nicely played here. Didn't even connect the Onslaught, but it was in Fog. Not needed, though. And as it stands, almost better that it missed, because now they use Sonic Wave too. So you have a little bit of a downtime now for the side of Parivision. Whenever Sonic Wave is on cooldown, that's another thing. In this state of the game, Queen of Pain kind of has to do everything when it comes to kills. Slaughter is a 4, he does very little damage. AA is level 4. And Faceless Void, this hero doesn't do damage until 30 minutes into the game. So if they manage to pressure no one, and force him to use ults that don't even lead to kills, I kind of feel like you're going to be running the map.
Yeah.
It's uncharacteristically greedy for Parivision. Yes, they do like to get to late game, but usually we don't see them in this bad of a spot 9 minutes in. The mid tower is not long for this world either, I would think.
Yeah, Kaori on the Warlock level 7. Yamich is level 4, but you can look at the other side for 9 class and Ducal is both level 4 right now. So definite XP advantage on the side of Mouz is 9 class. Getting gone on. Chris, a good block from mid 1. I won't say it, Sinner, but you know I'm thinking it. You are too now.
I was just thinking whether any of them was benefiting from the heal there. Unfortunately, no.
Okay, the opposite.
Yeah. All right, on to more tower pressure with that kill on Slardar. Well, Crystallis actually will opt to back out. Started thinking about hitting a bit, but probably for the better as rotation was coming down here. Yeah, safe to say that Mouz are in a great position continually in this game. Haven't even taken a tower yet. That's the other thing. You're 3k up. There's so much unclaimed objective gold. This is just a raw lane win. And playing with Prophet and DK, you know those towers are falling soon. So I think in reality, this lead should turn into 5k within the next few minutes. And well, there's another stepping stone. Ducalis will be stepped on by Yamich on the Marcy. I've heard
and
a lot of fans would love that to happen to them.
Slardar with the Dragon Tail afterwards, so a very long stun duration and more than enough damage for Mouz. 4k lead in a very dominating position right now. Parivision just getting completely punished for having such a slow lineup to start the game.
Wow, he almost got a sub-10 blink. I don't know if I've seen that for a very long time on Primal. Considering his build-up was Phase Boots and Soul Ring, this is exceptionally fast coming out from Boom. And it's just something... There's something satisfying about looking at the net worth chart for the Radiant heroes and seeing all 3 cores basically completely on the same level. This is not very common that you manage to get everybody at the top of the board and within striking distance of each other. It goes to show just how easy this game has been for Mousesport so far. And, well, the top tower will be next on the menu. As Prophet will connect.
Oh. Silence on to Satanic. But they get the Stampede, he gets the Time Walk as well, and now the Chronosphere. Looks like they'll be able to pick up this kill. Nice Sonic Wave hitting both members of Mouz. They get the Nature's Prophet and Boom afterwards. Huge kills for Parivision. Now that the AA Blast is online, they actually have the setup with the Chronosphere, and this is where their lineup could start to shine. Kaori attempting to run away, but the Corrosive Haze will provide all the vision they need to be able to chase him down in theory, but no one getting a bit low on mana. Doesn't want to take a chance as the death timers are pretty low.
That was a crucial moment for Parivision just to throw a spanner in the works for a bit. If this kill on Satanic is successful with this Orchid rush from mid 1, they take the tower as well, and we're looking at a 5 or 6k lead instead of 2. But they didn't have quite enough damage in the tank between the Primal and Prophet, and makes me wonder, the execution there, I didn't see it quite from the start. I feel like in theory, these 2 heroes absolutely 100-0 him, so something must have gone wrong there.
Pulverize initiation. They know that they don't have a lot of their ultimates at their disposal, so Boom gets a free pick off. The 3k lead for Mouz.
Yeah. Still think the top lane play will just be repeated. You have no reason to not immediately go back there when you forced all the ults, and that is indeed the case. Mid 1 TP's top and starts going to work now. He has now shown off this Orchid, and I feel like in this position, some carry players might pivot and panic a little bit and change their build away from Maelstrom and get a faster Manta. But I don't think...
Oh, nice read from Kaori. Stopping the TP in its track, and now they have the Orchid that you just talked about.
This one he's not getting out of.
Good kill on Satanic. And Satanic knew he was there because he got the scan off, but good read from Kaori.
Back on track for Mouz. See if they can steal the 14-minute Wisdom with Prophet if he's fancying a scan TP play. Because, as a matter of fact, Parivision aren't covering that that shrine. That would be a very nice steal. But he has TP'd mid instead.
Looking for the Crush.
The Slardar.
Stampede, but it's blocked out by the Sprout. But they have the turnaround onto Yamich. Sonic Wave now as well as the Scream. So a 2-for-0 special for Parivision. And 9 class somehow lives, and that's very important because he's the one that's, like you talked about earlier, is going for that blink dagger ahead of the Centaur. Centaur is maybe a third item blink at this rate.
Yeah.
But he's still 1,000 away on 9 class, so there's still going to be some time.
Well, surviving there was a big help. He's 1 and 4, so. Did he get either of the kills? No, that was mid one. Or excuse me, no one into Collis. Of course, this game is the battle of the ones. The mid one versus no one special. Who's the better one?
Good question. Well, right now, mid one doing a lot more hero damage, but of course that comes with the territory of having a global ult and global map presence.
Well, sometimes Quap it will be ahead of a mid prophet at this state.
Look at this.
That department.
139. That is. Ducalis gets trampled down. Do you agree with this?
No. But Dota Plus loves Faceless Void and big ultis. I would agree with this. If this is the game state in 10 minutes, I agree. On gold, that is. I think Mouz's lineup will not win this game past 45 minutes. I think it's going to be too hard. It's not that it's theoretically impossible. Obviously, DK and Prophet can become monsters in their own right. It's just the margin for error gets smaller and smaller as you go later. Any misstep is just chrono into AA ult, and it's a kill. Like, you have no saves on your team against the Void, which is a big part of why it's a good last pick in this game. You're paying a little bit up front for the massive potential in the late game by having this AA Void lane that is weak, but boy, do they get strong later.
Ice Blast is just so crazy this game. You got the healing from Dragon Knight, the healing from Primal Beast, and of course, everybody knows the Sprout healing is so powerful.
Yeah, and Shadow Word.
That one's not
Marcy's lifesteal. There's healing on almost everybody.
And the AA Blast is so absurdly good. Parivision continuing to play quite greedy. As
not like they have that much of a choice, I think.
Well, depending on the build-up, right? There's always different build-ups for these heroes. Like, Centaur could have gone for an earlier blink.
Yeah, okay, you mean like that.
Void going for the helm into Maelstrom right now. Gets Dragon-tailed into the rebound. AA Blast to try to counteract this. He actually gets off his time look and the Chronosphere in time. They find 2 right off the bat, and now mid one with the Sprout. Not healing him too much. Double kill for Satanic. 3 for nothing for Parivision. Told you, Sidran.
What did he Orchid? He TP'd in with it on cooldown.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, that's just not on. You can't go for the Void next to his tower without the one reason you can kill him. What was that?
Well, maybe we'll see the replay.
Yeah, I would like to see that, because I clicked it. Prophet had, I think he had a couple seconds cooldown when he, or rather, he had just used it when he arrived. Let's see, don't tell me he misclicked it. Stun, stun. He just doesn't have it.
Yeah, I guess
it's not ready. And that's a big deal. Sure, I think you're still losing this exchange, by the way, obviously. But you would have at least got the kill that you went for. But that is a blunder and a half from Mouz. This is on their initiative, but if you're jumping the Void next to his tower and 5 enemy heroes are missing, it's probably at least some sort of protection for the Void. You need the Orchid there 10 out of 10 times.
Kaori. 9 class now has his Blink Dagger, so initiation available. He's actually going to use the Chaotic Garfing. Dies shortly after mid one. Okay, now they have the Orchid onto the Faceless Void. Satanic does die this time. And 9 class will also drop, so 2 for 1 in favor of Mouz.
Okay, it seems in this game what you don't want to do is engage.
Yeah, initiators lose.
Going is bad. Don't start fights, just respond. Unfortunately for Mouz, they have to start fights or they will just, you know, get outscaled. So it's a bit of a catch-22.
Apparently.
But the one thing that Mouz have not found yet, in my eyes, is a structured team fight. It's been these scrappy like 2v1s or 3v1s that turn on their head, where Parivision bring more numbers because they are closer to their towers. They're taking the fights on their side. We haven't really seen that big team fight where they get to leverage Golem and Fatal Bonds and whatnot. So, but that's what I was saying. That's the thing about Warlock. If you don't set up those conditions... Oh, nice force staff here from Ducalis. Love that choice this game. It's very good against multiple heroes. Good against Sprout, good against Primal Beast charging in, Marcy. A real feels good choice. and saved his life there, of course.
Yep, if we look at the net worth, though, still, Mouz, the favorites at the moment.
But they haven't gained for the last 10 minutes. It was a 3K lead minute 7. So when all's said and done, I think this is more than good enough for Parivision to get where they want to be. So I think pressure, in my eyes, on Mouz for the upcoming 10 minutes to try to build a bigger advantage. Make sure you get the Tormentor in 20 seconds. Make sure you play on your Aegis. This 4-minute timer. Boom will stomp on a fish.
Yeah, we're about to hit 20 minutes.
Yeah, just Mouz. Go get it now. There's no reason to hesitate. Maybe Ducalis will throw out a little Ice Blast, but I don't think they're going to get low enough that this is dangerous. Well, I say that, it actually really would be.
That would have been really good.
Surprised how much damage they took there.
Mid one using the Sprout to heal.
Yeah, there it is. This is what he took it for. This one moment.
So Yamich is the recipient of the shard. And looks like a Stampede used for Ducalis to exit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So despite getting... That's funny. I don't remember the last time I've seen a Roche and Tormentor taken and the lead has not been gained at all in terms of net worth. It's 9 class and no one. They cancel the TP, get the easy kill on Kaori. It was 3K before they took Tormentor, right?
Yeah, wait, what happened?
How is it? Well, there are just a bunch of bounty runes. I think we saw a few on the bot side, but...
Doesn't compensate for it. Did they take a tower or something? Wait, why didn't they get more gold? You're right. Huh, that's a little puzzling.
Boom, able to TP out here. He's going to go for as the BKB for Linken's.
Huh. It looks like they got 4 back-to-back bounties. Maybe that somewhat covers it. And of course the farming time, right? So.
Yep, we talked about how they have played greedy, and it's paying off now because these heroes can farm a lot faster.
I am surprised to see this from Satanic, actually. I think this guy makes very good itemization choices, and I'm not going to say Linken's is not the right choice here, but I kind of thought he would prioritize Manta, given the multiple utility of that. You can, if you're going to get jumped by Primal, you can react with Manta. You have it against the Orchid of Prophet.
Yep. And
with Linken's, you can still just get Sprout Orchided and get caught, but obviously that counters Primal the most, and DK. So it's about picking your poison, you know? What do you think is more important? And he's saying it's more important that I have the solution to insta getting jumped by Primal.
Yeah, I mean, the melee, like Dragon Knight, Blink, Dragon Tail is really hard to react to.
Yes.
I would think.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe that's the main reason. Because Pulverizer's going to be the cast time and whatnot.
But if there's a player right now that I feel like would have the confidence that he would just consistently pull that off, it would actually be him.
How does Wrath of Nature work now with Linken's? Is it the first? It's just one of the tips?
You have to click on the hero as the first cast, yeah.
But it doesn't cancel the whole spell, right?
I actually don't remember that, but it should break the Linken's if you target the Void as the first.
Yeah, I would think it breaks the Linken's, but it doesn't break the entire spell.
Yeah, I think that's
Pulverize onto 9 class. It's off the crutch. There's the rebound, but the Chronosphere to come. Where's that AA blast? They have the Catacomb right on top of them. 9 class is dead. Big Sonic Wave. There's the blast on top of the Primal Beast, trying to exit at the moment, but he dies shortly after. 2 for 1. As Kaori gonna get chased down by DM eventually, ticking slowly to that Shadow Strike. The Scream of Pain is what brings him down. Chrysalis still wants to fight despite being a human. 30 seconds left on this Aegis.
That
Parivision
time around,
looks like they're going to completely reset. So 3 for 2 in the end.
They finally hit a really good Fatal Bonds Golem combination, but the damage wasn't on top at the time. I thought it looked kind of promising. You're using the Golem to outlast some of the Chrono. If Prophet and DK can connect on meaningful heroes immediately after, that could have looked quite good for Mouz, but weren't quite able to. I need to see the replay here of what really happened, because I thought this was kind of promising. You get in on the Slaughter, sure, he doesn't die right away. This is a little bit crazy from Yamich, but you see the 4-man Fatal Bonds into Golem. Prophet isn't there. Oh, that's why. He's arriving now. If mid one is part of that fight right from the beginning and he and DK connect on the correct targets, perhaps this is a bit of a different story.
Yeah.
Repeat same fighting arena here. Good Sprout.
Do a whole lot. Yeah, good Sprout to Block in DM, gets pushed back into the river. He is so tanky though. Are they actually going to turn this around? They are. Oh my god, DM lives. They kill off 2 supports and mid 1. It's going to cost them a couple supports for the Parivision side. DM running around the tree, ring around a Rosie. Gets off the hoof stomp, no blink for a bit, but Chrysalis can't catch up, so the chase ends there.
This is super good news for Parivision. They just won a team fight without Chrono, and Void even. He wasn't even there. The reason Mouz want to brute force another fight immediately is that they're recognizing just how important the Chronosphere is. But as you mentioned, DM, him being this farmed is crucial in these situations, having those multiple defensive items. I mean, look at his build.
Yeah.
It doesn't
So
get much
weird not
tankier
seeing
than this.
Blink at this stage.
Lotus,
It really is.
Pipe, Vanguard, and Dom. And now he's going to go for the Crimson, so quadrupling down on the defensive aura items. And
Have you seen that recently?
I want to say yes, but
I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
Like eventually the blink comes.
But it's been funny to see the development
Yeah,
of this
I've
hero.
enjoyed it. It's really cool.
It used to be very one-dimensional. Every Centaur game was just phase boots into blink, but then obviously he got the facet.
Horsepower.
He got the facet to skip boots.
Don't
and
remove
has
that,
allowed
please. It's awesome. Thank
for
you.
different build paths since then. There was a phase that Centaur was going Vanguard every game. There was a phase where Centaur was going Blade Mail every game. And now we have games like this where you sometimes Lotus Rush, sometimes you go Blade Mail Pipe, sometimes you go Dagger first. It's a lot of versatility. And I think that's part of the reason that the teams are rating Centaur as highly as they are, is when you pick this hero early in the draft, you're not telling the enemy team what purpose the hero has. Because they can buy everything. So you can't just counter that aspect of it and be like, oh, we're against Centaur, therefore we're buying this or that. In the past, when you're against Centaur, you're oftentimes either picking a save or you're picking something to keep heroes in place against Stampede. But guess what? If you're keeping heroes in place against Stampede, well, what if they're Pipe Crimson? It might not die anyway.
Kaori. Not going to be able to get out of this one with the Corrosive Haze upon you. Mid one was thinking about it, but not going to stick around too long as another support dies on the other side. So little scattered fights, but Mouse
Radiant's middle tower is under Radiant's
now
middle
losing
tower
that
has
lead
fallen.
in terms of net worth. And
Remember when you talked about that 60-40 and whether I agreed? And I said in 10 minutes, if it's the same, I do.
yeah,
Well, now they're 1k up, so I feel like this is like 70-30. Let's see what the graph says.
remember when I said Parivision
Oh, wow,
is
even
going
better.
to get to late game?
Yep.
What do you
Well,
think now?
I don't know. I'm not sure they'll get there. They might
Because
win
they'll win.
before.
Radiant
Depends what you define as late game. What's late game in current Dota, would you say? In the past, late game had been like an hour, if you go back later. That was like
40 minutes maybe?
40 minutes late game.
I think so.
I'm gonna say for me, it's like 50-50 whether we get there, actually. I think it's possible that that Parivision kind of
has fallen.
ride the wave right now. Roche is coming up in 20 seconds. Imagine you win a fight for this and get Roche. You're in such a dominant position all of a sudden. Close this out.
Yeah, I mean, the pit area, other than Chaotic Offering from the mouse side, I mean, look at Parivision's lineup.
Yep.
Dire's bottom
Chronosphere AA Blast, like that's all you need. That's
Have
already
Haze for it too.
gonna be far better.
Even though they don't, like the panel talked about, not the most obvious synergy with Slardar,
Yeah.
he still makes it a ton easier. for-
Eventually it synergizes with a Satan.
And they're looking for trouble, gonna smoke up, but both teams recognizing the importance of this Roshan, hoping to find the better initiation. Crystallis is starting to hit really damn hard. We haven't talked about him all that much this game, but he is super
Radiant
farmed
are scanning.
on his Dragon Knight. Would love to put it to use, but the only thing he's gonna find for now is a troll. No one is.
Ooh,
Oh, the
Lincoln's pops to the dragon.
Oh, this
Chrysalis
is
taking
bad.
punishment for the rebound.
Get
the
the fuck
safety.
out, Dad,
No
as
one.
someone would say.
Thinking about going in mid one and very deep. Satanic can come to use that stampede to get away, re-engage DM. Now the hoof stomp. Sonic Wave onto mid one. The rebound save again. Pulverized onto DM. Chaotic Offering to follow. Satanic gets off the Chronosphere. AA Blast is coming. They're just going to focus onto Crystallis. Surely this is going to be a kill eventually. The bash ensures it. So down goes Crystallis as Boom pretty much left to his own devices in the 1 versus 3 as no one scattered to the other side to take out Kaori. Double kill Satanic. That's 4 for nothing. Parivision just completely dominating every fight.
Yeah, disaster. The moment that fight was initiated, when I saw that Blink Dragon Tail on co-op, I already had a picture in my mind of how hard a Mouse going to lose this. Like, if this is how you start, you break your smoke, you present your carry, and this Lincoln surprise on no one
Yeah, that was big.
might have just won the game, really. That was a 6k swing plus an Aegis that Mouse desperately need to try to finish this one off. And at this point, I'll say this. Either, if we... now it's not a matter of will Parivision get to late game, it's a matter of do they choose to. You're seeing the replay here. A nice save there from Yamich onto mid one will be the only hero living through this. And this Ice Blast, it wasn't even that great.
No.
A great placement. He hit only the DK. That could have been even better from
Feels
the
like that's
Palace.
all that matters, though.
Yeah, it was irrelevant, but just goes to show that this fight can go even better. And of course, yeah, I guess the Queen of Pain in this game is doing a bajillion damage with the Ags, with all the setup, and of course with the Lincolns. Love no one's itemization this game. I think every single item he's bought has had a very clear purpose and has performed just that.
Yeah, so now an Aegis for Satanic. Has the full Scotty now. Going for the Butterfly next. And no one talked about the Lincolns already to go along with the Ags. And halfway to a Shiva's. I mean, what items are Mouse close to that could potentially turn things? The BKB not far off for mid one.
That's the concern. Is there anything at this point? Like,
Boom's Ags, like, there's
Not-
not anything that crazy breaks here.
so not to paint too grim of a picture, but I genuinely don't think Mouse can ever win a fight unless they kill Void first in this game at this point. Like, I just don't, I don't see the type of initiation you can find here that is going to accomplish that. Let's say you get a clean jump on Quap next time and Parivision information.
Oh my, Yamich has a
He's
BKB. Shadow
Dang.
Strike.
Oh,
attempted
okay, he has
TP.
TP. Right, he'll live, he'll live. Ice Blast missing.
Still, BKB down.
Yep. And since there's an Aegis on Void, well, you're not going to find said fight for at least another 3 minutes. I think Parivision are just completely safe in this one right now.
Yeah, they can get all the buildings they want for now, for the next 3 minutes at the very least, if not more. There's only one tier, I'm sorry, there's 2 tier 2s remaining. So expect those to fall soon.
And yeah, if you think back, now that we're 30 minutes into the game, if you think back on what happened in this game, if you watch this replay as Mouse, you feel like we lost this game on the 2 moves we made top. At this level of play, there's not enough margin for error that happens in this game. The top tier 2 fight where they go on 9 class, or excuse me, on the Satanic without having Orchid ready on Prophet, die 3 heroes, and the one before that where they initiate on him at the top tower and also die 2 or 3, just took all the steam out of their lineup. I was very optimistic about them a few minutes in because they really accomplished what they set out to, and maybe even overperformed in the first few minutes. But you just can't have those slip-ups at this level, especially against this type of lineup. Parivision were just ready for them and countered a couple of plays, and now they're ready for mid one. They just need to wait.
Mid one will take an AA blast with a Stampede. It's almost a solo kill from an AA.
Yeah, it
Man,
does a lot
oh
of
man.
damage.
That is not good for Mouse. 70 seconds of no mid one.
Time for Poogies.
Yeah, it's the Poogie time. So tier 2, down and out. Satanic, high ground attempt number 1.
All right, Shannon, I'm going to say under 40. So
Yep.
you're not getting your late game.
Yeah,
this
but
one.
in essence, what I was saying is that the heroes will be relevant.
I'm sure you'll
Find
spin
a
this
way.
in a way to
Of
be right.
course, I'm a spinster. Wait, that's not the right word.
Spinster.
Wait, what is it called in politics?
A spin doctor?
Spin doctor? Yeah.
A spinster. It's a...
Let's ignore that. Dragon Tail from Chrysalis, last-ditch effort coming out from Mouse, but there is the
That
Chronoster
is well
onto 2.
played.
There's no AA blast, though, but the Primal Beast taking so much damage, and the Sonic Wave finishes him off. A rebound save, as now the AA blast is coming,
it's
and it
clean
hits both.
hit,
Beautifully
beauty.
done. Yamich,
Wow.
BKB is not going to be enough. This could be a full team wipe for Parivision, and honestly, that should just do it.
See you next game, Mouse.
They're not going to call it yet, it seems.
They're going to make them, though.
Yeah, this melee will refresh the fortifications, so they'll get 1 freebie. But of course, you can see Roshan's banner will nullify that completely. Dragon Knight with the buyback, but no ult for another 50 seconds. So not sure what they're waiting for. This should be able to be finished here. Can't imagine a way, as Primal Beast will be up in 15. So maybe with the buybacks, Dragon Tail coming out. Ancient exposed. AA Blast is back up again though, and yeah, time to call GG, I think. That's a dieback for Crystallis. As mid one dies one more. They just want to get a few more deaths to their name, it seems. As finally the GGs come out. You can't ban my heroes. Oh.
All right, line class, maybe you don't want to...
Usually you say that when you win the series, not just the single game.
Yeah, or the tournament.